That'll be good. Docs, chat, bang. Let me throw on some music while I update everything. Ooh.
But what up?
What up?
You drag me.
No, I'm setting everything up. I wasn't gonna force you in here until I needed to.
I told them I'm not going until he drags me, and then you weren't, and I was like, all right, I'm just going. My bad.
I wasn't gonna drag you until I got the stream set up, and then I was gonna pull you in. But what have you been up to? Do you see Florida just won a very, very close one against South Carolina?
Really?
Yeah, buzzer beater.
No, I did not.
It was a close game, and I was not trying to have us lose when we just got top 4.
No, I was trying to do last minute Seos what is it? Searches and research, and there's not a lot to find that isn't in Portuguese.
Really?
Google Translate only helps so much.
Really? Damn. I mean, luckily you don't have to worry about any of that until Split 2, so there's that.
All right. Thanks, Google.
League of Legends, save that.
That was a little creepy.
What?
I said that and my phone just said, oh, what do you need translated?
Elon's listening to you.
Well, I have a Android, so I guess, would that be Elon? Or
no, Elon's just Twitter.
That Sergey, who owns Google?
I have no clue. I'm assuming that would be Google, but I could not tell you. This is almost done.
I don't have a Tesla. He ain't listening to me. He's listening to a lot of people, but not me.
Yeah, you know, and where they sit politically, not the greatest, but you know, not a good time for him. His own undoing, I must say, but
my heart goes out to him.
Jesus. All right, welcome everybody to the Crossover Podcast, episode 156. I'm David. This is Paul. I just got off an hour and 30 minutes of yapping with Cloud and Marn on the LTA report, which was fun.
Oh no.
Oh, I got to lay in for a bit. I got to plead my case for like stream scrims for a while, and then they were trying to fucking Cloud was trying to feed me some bullshit that Shopify's better than 100 Thieves, and I was like, okay, no, we're not having this. It's not happening.
I mean, guilty as charged. I may be starting to huff some copium. I was just chuckling when you said you just got off an hour and a half talk, because I was like, great, mail it in. Mailed it. hour and a half we're about to do. Get ready for the second time he said this tonight takes.
No, I mean, I'm gonna let you direct some of this, but like, I don't know. There are things that we talked about there that like you and I have different conversations on. I don't think it's gonna be the exact same thing. Plus, I don't know how many of like the people that watch my channel, like I don't know how much that crosses over to his. But Lifex brings up a great one that I'm gonna start with that we did not talk about on theirs. What did you have to take a fucking economics class in high school?
Oh. Yes, to your economics class one that you described on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
I took a financial planning one.
Okay, that's good enough.
Pretty much the same vein.
Yeah.
I learned taxes, budgeting, all that. But I went to a private school, so it was like Dave Ramsey. He's like the big, Christian finance guy. But it was like a state approved Dave Ramsey one. Take that as you will.
Yeah.
However you define state approved classes, but I had to take that, and yes, I took a gov class or whatever, where you learn about all the branches, and I quickly brain dumped all that and said, that won't matter.
No.
Turns out it did matter the older I got. You very quickly learn it does matter. But high school me was like, I ain't going in government. Why would I care?
I'm
Not
just happy that you had the class because like I get somebody put in one of the replies of like, basically in Jersey at least, or at least in I think it was Bergen County, kids like take the class but they don't care and they write it off as important. Look, as long as you've had the class, then that's on the kids for being dumb. Like if you
Yep.
really like make sure that they know like, hey, if you're electing to ignore this, then that's fine. You want to choose to be stupid on your own, go right ahead. But we're still going to teach you this stuff anyways. You better do the homework. It better be graded properly and all that. But like, as long as it's taught, it's taught. You can bring a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. But as long as
Yep.
you provide the water and bring the horse there, that's good. Like, there's only so much you can do. So like,
Yeah. No, that's true. I mean, I I didn't even know that not a lot of people had to take it. I just had to take mine. So
yeah,
I assumed everybody just had to.
same.
I mean, even my brother, who's like, all my siblings are homeschooled, all of them have had to take classes like that. None of them have gotten away with it. Maybe Indiana has different rules in
Every
education.
state does have different rules of like
Yeah,
what's required for
everyone's pretty
education.
different. But that is new to me. It's very new. Like, I didn't even know you could elect to not learn about financial planning.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I could have done that. That was a required thing for me.
I mean,
They're like, you will learn how to budget, and I was like, "Ugh,
the thing was like
good grief."
I was half tempted. Like, had we not had to take it, I probably wouldn't have. Because
Oh yeah.
not because I didn't want to, but because everything that we learned there, I had already learned in accounting.
Hmm.
Because like I accounting was one of those elective classes that you could take for our high school, and I took it as a junior, and then
Okay.
took accounting 2 as the senior, and like had it like all the way through the year. And I came into college with a very advanced knowledge of accounting because I was
Oh,
naturally good
okay,
at it because my
nice.
mom was it, and like I could balance. Like I didn't know how to balance like my personal checkbook in theory, but like I'm dealing with other people's ledgers, like knowing what's break even, knowing what's not, knowing that you need to make more money than you spend, etc. Like that, all that comes with like basic accounting knowledge as well. You might not have
Yep.
known how to do your taxes, which that would have ended up just signing up for TurboTax later, anyways. But like
Yeah.
it's it's wild to me that people can go through high school without learning that. I get Captain Flowers raised a good point of like he didn't learn about credit cards. I think that's fair. I think we don't do a good enough job of like telling people how important having a credit card at a young age is. And if you have like say you're going to buy like the newest Call of Duty, rather than paying $60 out of your debit account, put it on your credit card and pay that money directly to your credit card. Start building
Mhm.
credit at a young age. Like that's incredibly important for people that don't know. Like that type of stuff should be happening. Uh, Waiting until after college is a terrible idea for credit cards. I know most people don't know better, but I'm just saying, like, you should be building up your credit from the moment you turn 18 at latest. Preferably even younger if you can. If you can get like one of those like there's a lot of banks that will do like a junior credit card that's tied to like a parent's bank account in some way, shape, or form, but it lets you start building up your own credit, but prevents you from being able to screw yourself. Those types of things are great.
Yep.
And that
I mean, yeah, I went through like the worst ways you could learn it. I was a kid who didn't care in high school and then joined the military, which is even worse way to learn basic budgeting because when you go to the military, everything is basically like done for you except like the last thing, which is you get a certain amount of money. And that's really all you have, but you don't worry about food, you don't worry about health insurance, you don't worry about anything. You're just standing there like, this is so easy. Why does anybody struggle with this? All I do is I have money. It appears in my bank account every 2 weeks, and I just exist. Like this is so simple, and people are like, "No, nope, it's not that easy." And then you're like, "Oh, this sucks." You're like, "This is terrible."
And you hope that everybody gets that like come to Jesus moment with it early on. Like mine, I specifically remember when mine was. I looked at my bank account my freshman year. I think it was like November, because
Mhm.
I had a lot of money in my checking account, and like I wasn't really all that worried. Didn't really have like, as long I would put everything on a credit card, pay it off immediately. As long as I had money, I was doing work study, like all was fine. I bought I owned at that time both a PlayStation and an Xbox, because I wanted to play Call of Duty on one, and like Assassin's Creed 3, and I forget what other game on the other. And dude, I was eating like Wendy's every other day. Dude, it like I burnt through, it's not a lot when you think about it. Like 2 grand, I think like 2,500 in a semester is not like terrible compared to what some other people spend, but like I burnt through a lot. And I had that moment in November where it's like, okay, I'm sitting here with $250 in my bank account. I still have work study, so I still have money coming in, but that's weirdly low. How much money did I actually spend? And I went and
Yep.
downloaded all of my Wells Fargo account activity for like 3 months and just categorized it all, and was like, oh fuck, dude, I spend a lot on
Yeah.
takeout food. This is a
Yep.
problem. I gotta stop this. I started going to the cafeteria more, like was way more diligent on that front, like got a little
Yep.
bit of discipline. It's like, okay, I got it under control real quick, and thank God I did. But David not learning how to cook, where are you gonna learn to cook in a freshman dorm? where
No.
where am I getting a kitchen?
The uh yeah, the food stuff I learned very quickly, like people spend their most money on, at least like other than what was it, cars.
Yeah.
People love buying cool cars early on in military stuff, but in general, young people love like eating just out all the time. And I would just notice some people were spending like so much of their paycheck on it. And I'd just be like, do what you gotta do for you. But I would it'd be shocking. Even if there's like free food, pre-made food options, people are picking to go out to eat more often than not.
I'm curious though, how much do you spend per week on takeout food and groceries total?
Me?
Yeah, how much do you spend per week?
No clue. Sam handles all that.
How many times
Sam
do you eat out
Sam
per
does
week?
budget. We eat out. Well, my work is weird because I travel so
But you get to
differently.
expense your food when you're
Yeah,
traveling,
if
right? Yeah.
I eat out like on work twice a day, I have to eat out because I'm never coming home. Unless I end up, sometimes I'll bring like a loaf of bread and just a bag of sandwich meat and make sandwiches while I'm out. But other than that, I do. I'll just go to like wherever, buy whatever is the easiest or cheapest way to get meat
Yeah.
at a fast food place, and then move on with my day. Uh, if I'm like at home, I think we try to spend at least down to like 100 a week.
Okay. Emily and I
If like
both, for
yeah,
context,
we
we
stick
both have
around.
a $150 budget per week.
Okay,
Now
that makes
that is
sense.
all encompassing. That is groceries, food, entertainment, everything, which is not a lot here in New York, in case y'all were
Mm,
wondering. Okay. So if I want
yeah,
to have like a night out, like you need to you need to plan well, you need to make sure that like I have enough money. It's really not all that much. My logic is it's $20 a day plus 10
yep.
extra. So you have $20 a day to spend whether you're eating out, doing something else, and like you can make it work. And I've been making that work for like 3 or 4 years, give or take. Like I
Mm,
have not increased my budget. I my budget was 100 pre-COVID, but then prices went up and it became impossible to like really do anything, so it jumped up to 150. But then I use like any. Does that money include commuting into the office? No, commuting and travel is a whole separate budget. We filter everything out by like revenue,
yeah, ours is different
essentials,
kind of too.
like that. The money that we spend commuting is like what I would consider as like a car payment.
Yeah,
Like that's just an essential for us for each and every month. That is what it is. Uh, but then
yeah,
we
we've
have
been
like credit card bills,
lucky.
student loans, all that.
We've been lucky that I'm like a weirdo who never knew what a credit card was. So I've just been saving money my whole life. So we just bought cars
Yeah.
and that. So we dealt with that stuff that way. And then we got lucky pretty lucky. Sam's mom died. She got a bunch of money from that, and that's how she paid for her college. So
Yeah,
if
I got.
anybody wants to do it that way, no. From what I understand, my wife says it's not worth it, but she seems happy to me. So you all take your choice. I
Oh my
don't
god.
know.
Oh god.
So she tells me at least.
Oh,
I took the other route for free college. I just signed my life away.
I took the third option. $100,000 of student loan debt.
Yeah, just take the debt. Well, we've given you every idea you can take in life. You could sign your life away, take the debt, hope your parent dies. Those are your three choices. And one of them is probably easily the worst.
Yeah,
And then
the
signing
debt.
your life away is second
Yep.
worst. Yeah. Debt is probably the I would say the best option for most people.
I think
Like,
so. I mean, the thing I will say is like we have a good amount of debt on our side that we
mhm,
are constantly paying off purely because we took a risk when we moved into New York to try and keep us near the action of everything so that Emily could audition and everything else. COVID came and shut everything down. So we had like 3 years or 2 years pretty much of like her entire industry work and everything else being shut down. And it just started like we racked up a absurd amount of debt, like just trying to like weather the storm. And it unfortunately didn't work out all that well in the end. So now like we are like hunkering down
yeah,
to pay back, like to start working on that debt and chipping away at it. But like we hit that tipping point last year, September, where we said, okay,
mm,
we can no longer sustain this. The credit card debt will send us into bankruptcy within like a year and a half, 2 years, if we don't
yep,
change something here. So we changed around like our budgets. I'm waiting still on a promotion at some point for my job to like really increase because my Disney's been good with like promotions. I don't think I'm allowed to say the percentage that I get merit each year. It's not much. It's barely take inflation as like your benchmark for most people. But like I
yeah,
haven't seen a significant pay raise in coming up on 3.5 years. And I'm once I get a promotion, that's a pretty significant jump. Like it's almost like
yep,
40% of my salary jump. Uh, so waiting for that to happen. But when that happens, we'll finally be in a good spot and like really be able to start paying it down. But like the last year and even until I get this is like very much just us like holding on until that point comes.
yep,
That's why for those that were wondering why like I was emotional about the TikTok ban, when you're losing $1,000 a month out of your pocket and
yep,
that shit happens. Yeah. That's why you get sad and upset.
yep,
But luckily we're on the other side for now.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm just kind of rolling with the punches and seeing how the heck finances change with a baby. Probably for the worse, not for the better.
Have fun paying those
Just
diaper
gonna
bills.
assume. Yep. It just keeps getting worse. So there's that for all the people in chat who are looking for a ray of sunshine.
Now, the Ray of Sunshine is the team that you have chosen to support in this
Yeah.
freaking league. Dude,
I mean,
it's so annoying how that fell in your lap. I'm so pissed off. I'm not gonna lie.
I I bought the jersey as a like I just want the jersey. It's a good deal. And we'll see if I want to be a fan of them as time goes on. But I think it's better to just be a fan of them and jump in. The only thing I'm worried about is that they have Zazel. Like,
But that okay, that's
starting.
like an on the riff thing. But you're not worried about them pulling like an Andy Miller and
No, yeah.
pulling you out.
Yeah, no. I'm not worried about that anymore. Charlie's video like really cemented me being a fan of him. I mean, I watched Moise as like a child and uh I watched him before he like started monetizing the channel, you know. And then when he got into streaming, I kind of slowed down, but also I mean, I was watching him for years, and then eventually you quit watching somebody and you might come back. That's just how it goes.
Wait, LifeX, can you link who the content creator is? Because if they've posted something about, so for those, this is a really random tangent, but it's something that you will really like, Paul. We just moved into a new office here in New York City. I
Mhm.
am not taking all that many like videos. Andrew Zahn, Paul, look up Andrew Zahn on YouTube whenever you get a chance. Apparently, he's a content creator, but also works at Disney in my office. And apparently, he's put out content about the new office, which you have been begging me to get pictures and videos of, which I don't feel comfortable. Oh, it's TikTok, not YouTube. I'll find it, his stuff. But
Steve on?
Andrew's on it's only on TikTok, not on YouTube, apparently.
Oh,
So I'll find it and let you know. But our new office is really nice, but I'm very hesitant on sharing stuff on social media because old policy in our old office was I was never allowed to record anything from there. Like I specifically was told by HR not to. So I'm maintaining that stance in the new office as well. But sorry to derail that conversation. I just wanted to mention that before I forgot that later.
no, you're good. No,
Con,
I do enjoy looking at your guys' offices a lot, so I think that'd be cool.
dude, we got this sick black and white photo of Chris Berman on like that hall of or that wall of engineers or Imagineers. That's just oh, dude, it's sick. Him, it's Scott Van Pelt. Uh, it's just so many, or not Scott Van Pelt.
I'm glad Healy came and defended me, calling me, calling me a bandwagon fan is crazy because I'd rather die a Colts fan than enjoy the Chiefs with my wife's family. It's true.
True, you're
I
not wrong.
loathe every side. I thought I would switch sides, man. I thought when we got married, I'd be like, I'd accept other teams and be like, man, this is so easy. Now I get to feel what it's like with no chains holding me back, multiple Super Bowls. This is awesome. I got married and her family would celebrate, and I was like, it just never stops. They're so freaking happy. I don't get it. It just never ends. They keep winning. I was like, I don't enjoy a second of this. I was like, this isn't fun. But yeah, my bad.
At least you got
Also
Super Bowls.
derailed. Yeah, I've seen one win.
Do you think you'll see a Shopify Rebellion win in your lifetime?
So I did a lot of research on Seos, as I said earlier, and it was hard to find. But I've been watching a lot of stuff about him to figure out how good he is as a sport, because I learned, like, first thing that it says is 2023 Player of the Year for CB LOL. So I was like, oh, is this like an award done by a panel group or is this done by a fan vote and he's just popular? And he won the fan vote one as well. There was a different award for that. But the other one was just a panel vote. And he was like the voted best player of CB LOL for 2023. So I'm starting to think, man, he's like, this guy's insane. He's won CB LOL, I think it said 4 times, but then Sheep said 3 times. So I don't know which one's right. Uh, they're both different. But he's won CB LOL, I mean, 3 plus. He's won support of the year, but then last year he got sent to like a terrible team and they did bad all year. So I don't know. But then 2 good teams tried to buy him out, but that team set the buyout for like 150K, and that's what Shopify paid to buy him out. Well, a little
Wow.
less than that. But yeah, the buyout was like really high, and that's a high buyout for these days. So I'm
Yeah,
I'm
today's day and
thinking,
age.
yeah, people reached out to try to buy him out, and obviously only Shopify chose to do it, but he's got to be decent. Like I feel like he
You were the
has to be
same
at
guy that
least
was telling me
okay.
that Kaido was going to be decent.
Okay, yeah, but that was a lot different.
Why? Because you
Kaido
were
had,
secretly watching night videos instead of Kaido?
well, that and also Kaido never played professionally. Like we have tape on this guy, and he's won.
True. I was just
He's
trying to
won
throw a kink
things.
in the armor. That's all.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I mean, he is. I will say he's old. I think he's a year younger than me. He's like 26, maybe 25. He's one of those two.
Oh yeah, he's so old.
Yeah, well, that's old for League.
True. Well, not necessarily. Core JJ is what, 30, 31?
Yeah, I just meant like people won't give him a chance, I guess. Like they're gonna pretend like he has no time left if he starts to struggle.
You're not wrong, but at the same, I don't know. I'm curious to see how you guys do and what you build around after this year
Hmm.
because you're going to have access to a lot more talent, assuming things go well with Shopify this year.
Yeah.
Assuming
I
Lovely
mean,
streams all the games and everything else, like you guys are in for one hell of a growth year.
yeah, I mean there he does have four, according to this. So I don't know. They're saying he doesn't, but it looks like he does have four. Uh, but either way, I'm worried about. I mean, it's everything. I listened to the dive, and I think their sentiment is just a repeat of everybody's sentiment and what we've said on here. I mean, contracts is up or down. You never know how he's gonna do. Uh, Palafox is was actually bad last year, like really bad.
Terrible.
So who knows if he's gonna be any good or not now. Bvoy looked fine, and if Seos is anything that he is allegedly could be, from what I've seen of him, he looks like a good player. And there's no communication problems because I don't know how good his English is. I couldn't really find anything on that. Uh, I'm sure somebody would know who's tied into it, but if that's okay, then I think he could talk them through everything. We know Fudge is gonna be fine. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not like gonna sit here and act like I haven't said bad things about Fudge, but I've said way worse about Dokla, and I cheered for him for a year. So, and I was right, might I say. Every bad thing I said about Dokla was right. that didn't work for me at all. I set aside my differences and got zero payoff. But and so I will say good things about Fudge, and I will also um pretend like Fudge is the best, and you can all hate that. And everything I've said about Fudge being cocky, I did mean at the time, and I don't care. He's the best, and I hope he is cocky, and I hope he curb stomps people. And I don't take any of it back.
I regret nothing.
Yep. So I trust it all. I think it'll be good. Okay, he's done interviews with the CB Little English co-stream, and he was able to understand the questions, but they translated his answers. All right, so his English is okay.
Yeah.
It's we'll hope it's good.
Yep.
Because I mean, I don't know what else we do, but I don't think B-Boy is that bad, and I think if he's good, uh, it really will just come down to if Palafox doesn't suck or not,
Yeah.
which is harsh to say, but he just needs to step up. I mean, this is my gonna be my second year of being married to Palafox, and year one was brutal. So hopefully it gets better.
I don't know
But
what caused this fall. Like, okay, honest to God. And I think this is like the difference between like where I don't think the reason I'm trying to mince my words here on this, but I should probably just say it as is. The thing that I miss about the Jat being on the dive was because Jat was always willing to have like really bold takes on like where people would end up that I think others
true.
would not be willing to say. Where do you think he ends up this year? Like no,
Palafox?
none of this. Like, oh, he could bounce back. He could do this. Is he going to bounce back, or is he going to get dropped by the end of the year?
Well, I'm trying to find our what we said.
Our player power rankings.
Yeah, somebody posted it, and I
Uh,
guess it's gone.
It would have been the podcast channel, I think.
Oh, somebody did post it. Okay. We had them fifth. We had Fudge at 4, Palafox at 7, and I'm comfortable leaving him there. And I mean, I know that sucks for me, but I don't see him. Honestly, is it bad to say, even though I'm a fan of their team, I really don't know if he can play any better. I don't think mid lane's gotten easier.
No.
Like, I know JoJo left, but JoJo was playing terrible last year. I mean, the only way Palafox like gets better is that, I mean, he could get back to his old form,
Yeah.
but you'd have to hope that like Saint, Keen, and Loki are all not that good. And that's pretty much it, I feel like. I don't know if there's really something where I can be like, yeah, he'll be fine. He's the best. Because I'm sitting here looking at the mid lane pool, and it's really just a bunch of, from what we know, good Koreans. Korean imports mid lane lately has been really good in NA.
At least to start, yeah.
And yeah, I don't know what's going on, but it's been really good. So I'm not gonna sit here and like lie to myself and be like, oh, this will be easy. Like I'm kind of a little nervous about it, but
So who do you guys play this weekend?
Fly
Any Faith?
and beating Fly,
Yeah.
not really. Zazel's playing, and I think Zazel is terrible. Like, I mean, he's not good. Like, I, I think the hope of this team is that, uh, who is it? That Fudge in the bot lane can carry, and I think there's a tiny sliver of hope that the coach can do all right, but I haven't seen anything from him that's made me like impressed. And keep in mind, he was the coach the last
Yeah, the last year of
Splitish at
TSM.
TSM,
Yeah.
so I've been a fan of this man before. And there's nothing really that has made me go, he can change the game. He can somewhat do a little more with less. At least he did with TSM. He made them like have signs of life that they never should have had as a team of people who weren't even sure if they would be there the next year. So he can do that at least. But I don't know if I'm like gonna lie to myself that I'm confident here. I mean, if anything, I'm just worried about if Ludwig is actually going to co-stream when he can. That's pretty vague. So hopefully he means that, like more often than not. I would hope.
You gonna watch his co-stream or the main broadcast when you watch?
Oh, I'm gonna watch them. Whatever Shopify stream there is, I'll watch. I don't care who's on it. I just hope they co-stream every week as a org.
Would you watch
I
their
think that's the
scrims
way
if
to
they
move.
streamed them?
Okay. Yes, I would.
I
100%.
was just
I
wondering.
mean, TVH, it would be, I only think it'd be nice to see that because I know Blue's so mad I just said TVH. But I think it would be nice to stream that so people like me could get a feel for a team
Yeah.
before a season starts. Like you have a brand new team. This is the peak time to give you an idea where are we. Like, and people saying, well, nobody wants to leak their strategies, blah 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 blah. Every year there's joint training camps, and there are so many people at those joint training camps, and they're watching them for the NFL. There's training camps all year are watched by NFL fans, and NFL teams are having problems with that. Now during the season there's less, but there's so much that you can get from training camp feeds or training feeds and practice day feeds as an NFL fan. It's really not hard to see how your team is doing at practices and stuff. And for some reason, they don't have a problem with strats leaking too bad. I mean, the Lions are still shocking people with plays all the time and stuff like that. So I don't really think it's that deep about strategy. I think it's good content for you to do like one scrim a week that doesn't mean anything and you don't really have to uh what is it called? You don't have to like try hard, right? You don't have to
Yeah.
pick the hardest champs. You don't have to pick the most like in-depth things. You can do surface level scrims with
Yeah.
another team. You both agree that's going to happen and stream it.
And you show off a little. Those training camps of team versus team. It's not like they're the most intense drills in the world, but there are some times that you get the chance to show off a little bit and flex. You best believe that's baked in.
Yep.
I don't know. I wish it would happen. I wish 100 Thieves would let me co-stream this weekend. I know it won't happen. I appreciate, by the way, anybody that's been tagging me uh on Twitter when it comes to like co-streaming and like 100 Thieves and stuff like that. I appreciate you. I really do. There's zero chance that 100 Thieves lets some random guy, not some random guy, but like a guy that doesn't have like the obligations and weight of like the responsibilities of the org co-stream it on behalf of the org. That's not going to happen. There's no way. As much as I would love for it to, but I appreciate people tagging me in it. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I'm trying to manifest it into happening, but like it's not. At least you get Ludwig to watch. Mo was unbanned from YouTube. Maybe I'll get to watch Mo watch the games as like the 100 Thieves guy.
No, yeah, that the fact you can't co-stream 100 Thieves games is kind of crazy.
It makes sense though.
Well, I
Does it
just mean
not?
like them. I guess it does. You're the in-person New York guy, but at the same time, I mean, why? I feel like it's very easy for 100 Thieves to let you do that for free. You would do it for free,
Oh, I give him
for
50%
being
of the
real.
money that I made.
Yeah, I don't think it would crush them.
I
I
mean,
mean,
the thing
maybe
that's
I'm
gonna
wrong.
kill, the thing that's gonna hurt me, not hurt me, but like suck the most, is if this weekend comes, Ludwig is streaming for Shopify, and Disguised is streaming for or Toast is streaming for Disguised, and you have Meteos who's obviously streaming for like C9, but he's also LPP, so like Cloud9 really doesn't have to do much there, even though they could probably still do more. Uh, Team Liquid, do they have anybody? Not officially, but they could. They have enough creators that they could. They could get like Mid Beast or somebody else to co-stream it as well. FlyQuest has LS. Was LS on the announcement, by the way? I didn't see.
Yeah, he was.
He was? Okay. So FlyQuest
I
has
mean,
a
the whole top row is just the same people they've always had.
okay. So FlyQuest has LS. Dignitas the only orgs that don't have anybody are Dignitas, 100 Thieves, and Lion.
Yeah,
Bro, if we don't have somebody co-streaming when we're the content creator org, oh, I'm gonna lose my mind.
I mean, you won't.
Uh,
100 Thieves has never been trying to get that involved with LTA, even when it was LCS.
Courage did it a few times.
Yeah,
I do wonder if there's like a rule. Can you only designate one person a year, or like can you only? Does it have to be
I
on like
doubt
their
that. I
channel?
mean,
I don't know.
SR's SR, I'm really hoping doesn't just hold themselves to only Charlie and uh Ludwig. Obviously, those two are gonna get the more viewers, but I would hope that their ownership team would still put somebody in there, even if it's the owner. If he comes in there and he's just chilling, watching the games with people, who really cares? You'll get better. Like as time goes on, you gotta practice at some point and
Oh,
give people something. Cause
Con said that
what?
Lion has somebody.
Oh, they do.
Damn it. So now it's just
Yeah, they.
Dignitas and 100 Thieves.
Yeah,
Fuck, man. They don't need it.
and Charlie sounds pretty invested into like watching all these. Like when Charlie's video is really what sells you, man. The way he's going, like I want to be co-streaming as many games as possible, as often as possible. If he can't do it, Ludwig can do it. Like that's really nice right there. That's a good deal.
Yeah.
I mean, they honestly, it's probably better that both of them just take turns than the importance of both of them being there.
Well, I think the plan this weekend, from the sounds of it, was Charlie would have co-streamed it, and Ludwig was going to be at the event, chilling with
Oh,
fans and
okay.
like doing content and a bunch of stuff like that.
Wow.
But Ludwig had a personal issue come up apparently and is not going to be able to attend opening weekend.
Fair
So,
enough.
like, that's fine. But I imagine Charlie will probably be. Yeah,
Yeah.
Toad Amarillo is Lion King.
Okay, I
Fuck, how are
assumed
we
one of them
falling behind?
because the whole bottom row is Miss Chim Chim, and then people I've never heard of, but I think a couple of them are Brazilian.
Yeah, a couple of them are definitely Brazilian, including the Toad guy that's Lion.
Mm.
Damn it.
I mean, it's not very surprising. 100 Thieves not having a plan, but also begging to be kept. Like, I don't know what to say for them. I mean, that's why it was so easy to fall into Shopify. I mean, the $20 deal, like, that's crazy. Flat rate, completely no taxes, no shipping. Just $20 to get an esports jersey that usually costs like 75. It looks good. They also announce with it two very popular dudes who are passionate about esports. I mean, I keep referencing that video from him, but when he says, "Yeah, I blew $4.2 million and I'd do it again in a heartbeat," I have no issue with
That
it.
dude, the
You're
second
like,
he said that, I was like,
"Oh,
fuck, he
yeah,
just
you were."
sold
I
so
know.
many people. He
Yep.
sold so if dude.
I was like, "Brother, I'm here. Whatever." That's pretty dope. I mean, it genuinely is like old esport vibes. Them just being like, "Yo, we're gonna try to figure out the money as we go, but we ultimately just want to be here."
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's nice. Like, figure out the money, figure out winning as you go. But just being there is cool. I get winning, like, is awesome, but also just like trying to get there is good. And the climb to win is going to be awesome whenever they figure it out.
Yep.
And I feel like they will. If they're figuring out this year two, next year is their opportunity to figure out even more. I mean, they're always going to have high expectations now.
Dude, I said this is the one year that I get to enjoy you guys being bad. Because I
Yep.
know after this, it's not going to be that way. I know you guys are going to be able to get talent. And I swear to God, if we get fucking. Oh, dude, I'm just.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm holding out hope.
Could be the org to be at. I'm going to try to sell you if you guys get booted. I'm going to try to sell you, and I don't think it'll be too hard. I'm not going to speak for you, but pretty fun place, it seems like.
I will worry about it after it's all said and done.
I know. I know. You don't want
I
to
had
talk
somebody
about
fucking
yeah.
tag me the 2 days ago on Twitter, just randomly out of nowhere. Hold up, I gotta find this tweet. This was wild. Somebody just tags me as like, take your. I made the video on Shopify, and they're
Mhm.
like, we don't want you. Take your dumb ass like over to Team Liquid, and I was like, bro, Team Liquid, like, Jesus Christ. I gotta find this. This is hysterical, but no, I mean you guys are set up well. Although I do think we actually stand a chance of winning this weekend, but you know,
Doubt it.
what do you mean doubt it? We played literally disguised.
Oh yeah, you do play disguise. You got
Yeah,
so
I was
lucky.
gonna say, don't
I'm at round two. Whatever. You'll lose eventually.
probably. I mean, we probably do lose to we play what TL if we win that.
Yep.
Yeah,
Nah. Yes. Well, no. You could play Dignitas. You could.
nah, I'm good, fam.
You could play Dignitas. It's one best of three.
That's not gonna happen at all.
You never know.
It's not. Bro, I can't even find this tweet. He might have deleted it. Damn, that's sad. But do you think Dig has Surdy sold you on himself at all?
Uh, he's entertaining. I have no idea if he's good. He's confident. He's good at content.
Yeah.
On the broadcast, he was good at content.
I shot him a
Uh,
DM after that episode, by the way.
you did.
Yeah, I just was like, great job, dude. Good camera
Yep.
presence. Good luck this weekend. Keep crushing it.
I think you did a good job.
He was able to keep up with Sven and inspired. First time
Yep.
on camera like that. He did fine. Also, that Australian accent is buttery smooth. Dear God.
That's crazy. I went on power rankings. This is a little off, but go on power rankings to look at where all the LTA teams sit and where they got to move to, um, there's still an LCS option, and it just has Immortals and NRG.
So they haven't updated these rankings that are supposed to be
No,
like,
this is what's even weirder. There's also an LTA North button that then gives you all the teams but Lion.
because they still consider Lion to be like LLA.
Oh, no Lion and no Disguised. Yeah, they're both still in LLA, and Disguised isn't even on here because they don't have Elite.
So those power rankings are just beyond outdated.
Yeah, Lion doesn't even exist in LLA. So you just can't find Lion.
Wow.
Well, no, it's weird because they're not outdated really. They're 2024 final rankings.
Oh, yeah,
Where's
that's why.
2025?
So this awesome
I guess they
esports tool
don't
that we
have.
were supposed to have at all times has not been updated for 2025 despite the year being underway.
Yeah, apparently.
Do they not understand the whole
Uh
point of a power ranking like that?
oh, I see now. It was updated 11/2/2024. I
Brother,
feel like
what are we
power
doing?
rankings should be the tool for hyping up the whole season, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we've just uncovered a problem. Yeah. FlyQuest is starting the year at 10, TL at 14, Cloud9 at 21, 100 Thieves at 32, Shopify at 41, and Dig at 43.
It's just so wrong though.
It's very weird.
Like, I don't like that at all. And the worst part, ranking shouldn't be a tool at all unless it's accurate. Well, it's the thing is, power rankings are going to be very subjective. So, like, accuracy is not a word I would ever use when it comes to power rankings. But like, they should at least be they should be updated at a minimum. We
And
shouldn't be
this one
sitting.
should theoretically be the closest to accurate as possible because they're saying it's powered by Amazon AWS analytics.
Yeah,
So why it should be close to as close to numbers as you can get.
I will tweet about this tomorrow, and we will see what happens.
Yeah, we'll
Because
see for
as
sure.
somebody in one of my replies tweeted, what are you why do you think you have any say over anything, or what do you think you can control? It's like, it's called manifesting, brother. And if I,
True.
for whatever reason, I ask a question, it tends to get answers in some way, shape, or form.
Yep.
So I'm gonna ask the question of where's my AWS power rankings. I want to have definitive proof that 100 Thieves is above Cloud9 and everybody else can go fuck themselves.
They still have a bunch of CB LOL teams too. The ones who got kicked
Yeah.
to
And
make way for the others.
how many total teams are on that list?
79.
Because there's only what? How many teams are in the LPL now? 17?
Yeah.
17 there, 10 in Korea, that's 27. 10 in Europe, that's 37. 10 in North America, that's 47. 10 in the
Well, there were 8 in an A on this
oh, 8. Yeah, I'm
last
dumb.
year.
Sorry, it's not 10. So it's 16, 10, 10, 16,
It's only because of LPL there was this odd
32.
number.
So we have 52 teams total. We have 52 teams in the entire like tier 1 ecosystem. That is all that
Yep.
exists. There is zero reason why that tool should not be updated.
I couldn't tell you why.
I don't know.
It's weird though. I'll tell you that. It's very weird.
Uh,
What is LTA South's power? Wow. Dude, it's gonna be crazy how much they get raised if one of their teams wins
yeah, beating
over
us a
us
single
ever.
time. Yeah.
Their highest ranked team is Pain at 50.
Yeah. And if they beat
Like
any of our
Pain,
top 4, they go up so high.
yeah, they're gonna go up so fast. That's why I gotta love power rankings.
Yep. They're fun. I do enjoy them.
Yeah, they are fun. It does suck I'll be at drill this weekend, so I'm gonna miss like the Fly SR series probably, the beginning of it. but I'm hoping to catch the middle. All I ask is put up a VOD Shopify and don't make it behind a stupid subscriber paywall.
Well, the
If you
VOD will
do
be up in
whatever, I'll
general
do it.
on
But
Anivia and like the other platforms there.
I know I mean their co-stream.
Oh, the Ludwig co-stream, yeah, or like Charlie
Yeah,
co-stream, yeah.
make it accessible.
It probably will be. They'll be able to say. I
Yeah, I
mean,
assume so.
if they were smart, it would live stream there. I don't think like those types of things don't necessarily have like the best like placing on like the Ludwig's individual channel or Charlie's channel, unless Charlie's gonna make like a story time out of it, of which he still could do. But like
Yep,
that VOD could live on the Shopify League of Legends or Shopify YouTube channel with ease. Which is like
yep,
a cut up VOD in the same way that that K-Droll and Dom and all of them do theirs. I do that for mine, for all my stuff.
yeah. Man, it's gonna be nice. It's nice being a fan of an org that has a plan finally. And like is transparent, you know? A little bit like
Is that
actually
who's
wants
that
to
a shot
exist.
at?
What?
That I thought that was a shot at 100 Thieves.
Well, I mean, okay, if I was gonna take a shot at 100 Thieves, I'd say is transparent and doesn't say the dumbest thing they can think of to all their fans, like go cheer for somebody else.
That's,
That might be like the worst transparency I've ever heard of in my life. Hey, we'll talk to you guys. We'll tell you guys stuff. Uh, here's what we got today on the docket. If you want somebody who's all in, go cheer for somebody else.
yeah.
But we're here for the short haul, okay? We're here for today. If you don't like that, fine by us. Go find one of those other teams who wins. That's not what we do here.
I am curious to see if viewership for the rendezvous turns around. The first episode did not do great.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Well, I'm sorry.
It's sitting at 321 views.
Maybe it's more of a reaction thing.
I feel like it will grow, but like in terms of the premiere, I'd have to scroll down and see how I did for spring last year. But like I've grown more since that point, so you would think that
Hmm.
it wouldn't be as low. But like the premiere, where's that? Last year got 600 views for the debut,
Oh,
so it is lower this time
well,
around.
you're not saying you should switch over to them, but you're
No, the Shopify
looks
video,
like
yeah,
looks like Shopify's pulling for you.
yeah, they are.
Doors open.
Yep, but
Door is open.
we'll see. I think I
You've got
do.
all year to come home.
I
You
thought
can
the
come
thumbnail
home.
was good, but I might need to redo the thumbnail on it. I don't know.
The 100 Thieves one?
Yeah,
Oh,
because that's the other part of YouTube that doesn't get talked about. Like if the thumbnail's not great, then it won't. But like the same percentage of people were clicking into it, so I don't know.
okay.
I do not know, but
Silvix asked what we expect for week 1 viewership. Or you.
uh,
Good? Great? Can I say this? I think if Charlie streams, co-streams, or Lud, one of them, I think it actually does pretty good. And we
two.
see a decent turn back for that game.
What about 200K? 200K peak. Do you think we hit that?
I can see 200K. If they're co-streaming, yes. I think they could get 200 us to 200K, right?
Because for context,
Does Brazil play at the same time?
no.
Then some Brazil people will watch.
Last year, average
Or
viewership.
maybe not. They're 5 hours ahead.
Average view. Oh wait, no, not two. Yeah, average viewership was 120,000 for spring,
Hmm.
and in week two, the week two had the highest peak of viewership with 192K.
Hmm. Okay, 192K. Well, I am pulling. I'm pulling. We can beat that. I think we can, with those co-streams in mind. But the problem will be is if they don't, I think they will. It sounds like everything's pointing to they will. Then yeah, it'll hit because there's going to be a lot of people want to watch FlyQuest again because FlyQuest won over a lot of people,
Yeah.
and then them. Now the second series, I don't know how hard it goes because isn't that Lions and C9?
Yeah.
I
So
think
that should
that
go
one
hard.
it
Lion
should.
fans with
It's going to be tough because they got to pull from down there, and LLA people will watch, but Brazil it'll be 9 p.m.
yeah.
at that point. Well, most of Brazil's 4 hours, so it'll be 8. Eight's not too bad.
No.
I think they could pull some viewership still.
Yep. What I'm interested to see from me, I think, is just peak will be fun to watch, but average, like, I want to see us. I don't ever want to see us drop below 120K. I want to see that be pretty high throughout, because playoffs. It's not like playoffs went all that much higher, but I just want to see people retained. But I'm worried about week one, maybe falsely so. But I'm so worried that not enough people know that the LTA is going to be on and that they didn't market it well enough.
I think with the amount of like stuff they've started to put out, it could go big. I think the disguised match will do well too, because you got to think Toast is bringing his people now,
Yeah.
and hopefully that can go large and in charge. Uh, the Dig TL series
TL should
should
be able
do
to
what it
carry.
normally does.
Yeah.
TL and Dig does have a new partner, owner, all of the above. What is that?
For what, Silvix?
Or no, is it just Sylvix is just content, like
Silvix is
officially?
just content side of
Ah,
it.
well, still, he is slowly growing them. I mean, by all metrics, he gets good views on YouTube. Like when you compare it to other orgs, so Dig could be moving up. They have some young rookies. You would think people would be interested in seeing them. Uh, I would expect that game to do fine, especially with TL. I mean, if
Yeah.
TL can't carry, bro, we're so doomed anyways. It don't even matter, bro. Like,
We'll see.
but are you worried? You sound worried.
I
Or not
feel
worried, but
I,
you sound.
I feel worried personally.
Yeah.
Like, I know Gray just made the note of the league has been around for more than a decade. Those who should know about it already, or those who should know about it already. Marketing ain't saving anything. There, I disagree, because when we swapped over to weekdays, think about how many people went away just because they didn't know.
Yeah.
And like there were so many people that were like, okay, and then it broke their habit and they never came back for a weekday, even after like they started to learn that it was. Part of that obviously due to the fact that watching on weekdays was difficult, but like a lot of that is like people just don't know. Like you got to assume that the average person doesn't know shit. And I'm I don't know, we'll see. I'm trying not to be too like worried about it. I'm just focused on like the 100 Thieves stuff, but it's all you can really do.
Not great, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, the dive got 21K.
That's Is that good? Is that bad? How does that compare?
Not, I wouldn't say good.
Here, they have playlists available. I can check real quick.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Why?
Not worried.
I think it's worth checking. It's good to know. No?
Ignorance is bliss.
Here we go.
That's what I always say.
View full podcast. Okay. Ignoring the world stuff, because there was world's podcast that they did going back to like the beginning of last year. Medios joins the dive. 154K on the first episode. 154, 93, 69, 103, 85, 119.
It's not worth it.
They're 20. Grant's only 13 hours, so give this a week. Give it till the
Yeah,
end of the
give it a
week.
week. Give it a week.
But
Let's start working through it now. Give it a week. Give it a week. We got time. We're good.
it can change.
We can start now. It's better we start now. But I will say I'm a little worried. Okay, this is selfish. Happy for me. Worried about the viewership's gonna be on this one. But that 10 p.m. game in week 2 is a little worrying to me.
What? 10 p.m. game?
Yeah, on Sunday, February 2nd, there's one of the series starts at 10 p.m.
What? Hang on. Surely that's just a typo.
It's a best of 1 is what it says, but
Oh, yeah, it's just the so that is
Straw
just
Show?
the no, that's the final one before wait, huh? No, what? I'm so confused.
I don't know, it says one best of 1 at 10 p.m.
Yeah, that's like a tiebreaker thing, I think. Like to
Oh,
determine
okay.
like seeding of some capacity. Yeah.
Okay.
So there are two best of ones that will happen. After the two teams that go like 2-0 or that win their first two series go in, they have to play a
Hmm.
best of one to determine who gets 1 seed, 2 seed. And then the same will happen between the two teams that come from the losers bracket to determine 3 seed, 4 seed.
Okay. I was only saying I'm a little worried about that one because I was like, if we want to keep doing 10 p.m. games, I'm cool with that.
No, that's one-off situations. And even then,
Okay.
like they're allotting 3 hours for these best of threes. If everything runs smoothly, I think even like a full 3 game series shouldn't run that long.
Okay.
No, I mean,
I mean, it shouldn't, especially with how they do whatchamacallit, the in between games with draft.
well, they can't do that with best of threes.
You're right. Well, it'll be fine. It'll buff.
I still think it'll be fine. Like the
I
thing
think
now
it'll
is
be
you're going to be
fine.
more
It's a
reliant on growing North American fans than you are international if these series go late.
well, they've that. Who was it that said that's not happening?
Joe Marsh?
Somebody's who?
I don't know. Joe Marsh? I don't know.
No, there was an NA person. Papa Smithy did.
Oh yeah.
He came in this podcast in the comments and let us know, or not in the comments, in the chat, my bad, and let us know very bluntly, people are not trying to grow their fan bases here. And I was like, well, we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Do we want to run down final predictions for this weekend? I mean, it should be pretty cut and dry, I think, but still worth doing for the formality
Yeah,
of it.
yeah, we can.
And give me so do we want to do the same point system as last year?
Oh
One for
man,
the
we're
winner,
doing
one for the
points
series
to
score.
them.
Yeah, why not? I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, one for the winner, one for the correct score.
Yeah. But you only get the score one if you get the winner right.
Yeah, you only get the score if you get the winner.
Yep.
Um,
I'll let you go first. FlyQuest, Shopify.
yeah. I'm gonna regret this so bad. Shopify 2.0.
Oh god. FlyQuest 2-0.
You can get a lead. Get that early lead. See where it takes you, pal. They're gonna take you nowhere when I figure all this out.
You did beat me pretty handedly last year, I will say.
Yeah, we quit doing it. It was getting so bad. We just stopped. We got to a point where it was like mathematically it's over. We just
Yep.
quit. But I think the next one's pretty easy though. C9 2-0.
Yeah, and with Young coming in as the mid laner for Lion, apparently, because he's having Keen is apparently having visa issues as well. Yeah, I'm going C9 2-0.
Okay.
100 Thieves disguised. I'm gonna say 2-1 100 Thieves.
Same. Gosh dang.
I think we
I'm gonna
drop.
pick two on this
I
one.
think we're wild enough to drop a game to
I
everybody.
think you can start two.
I think I'm gonna pick 2-1 every single time that we play. I don't know if I'm ever picking 2-0.
You guys are just too young.
Yeah.
TL. I'm sorry, but 2-0.
Can I rationalize picking a single game for Dig in any way, shape, or form? Who's their bot lane again? It's Tomo and Isles. No, I cannot. TL 2-0.
Yep. You've made the right decision.
Yeah. So realistically, by the end of this week, I should pick up one on you, at least.
You will, for now.
Then we'll make it
I
back.
accept what I just did.
Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about or add? Anything going on before we end it?
Well, I gotta talk about Save Us a little.
Oh god.
No, but people should be watching the Ludwig moist critical stream. And Oscar predictions, don't know. Keep watching that. K-Core is the best LEC team. Just accept it, people. It is what it is.
I love it.
It's kind of just how it is.
Yeah.
And it was an honor to do the podcast with T1 Dave.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Brother, you're not going to let me live that down, are you?
T1 fighting.
T1 fighting. You know what? Fine, I'll embrace it. Yep. At least it's still red and black. It's better than nothing. Yep. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I know shorter one, but I don't know. Really, I'm kind of talked out on some of the issues. I kind of spoiled it by being Overlook Cloud on that, and I don't want to be redundant, but we still touched on some of the areas here that I think were worth it. Other than that, what did I say? I was going to finish every episode of every video, or every video I ever end up with ever after the tweet today.
T1 fighting?
No. No.
When's the T1 merch coming?
Don't know. Whenever it gets here, I guess.
Oh yeah, shout out economics and civics.
Yes, I'm trying to find the reply that I said I was gonna say every single time. I'm gonna make this a point. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Make sure you understand how to manage your finances, file your taxes, and go register to vote no matter what country you're from or where you're at.